She got the juice, huh? Who let her loose, huh? Catch her reppin' H-Town, chuck up the deuce, huh? I be ballin' on them, I'm playing full court. Feelings I don't have none, I'm snapping up my passport. I'm flying overseas, I'm in love with yachts and islands. Chanel bag with the slides, I don't need a stylist. This a big drip, now that's a big.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl DJ Superstar here on another episode of She Got the Juice. Listen, first of all, thank you for everybody that has subscribed so far, and thank you to everybody that's been checking me out on 937 The Beat at noon and on Fox 26 on Mondays. All right, so make sure you keep it up. So before we get into everything, I have somebody very special in the building that I know that keeps it all the way real all the time. He is not only an H-Town legend, but everywhere I go, no matter where I am, everybody asks about this person. You might know him under different monikers and different names like Relvis Presley, Muhammad Ali, Joseph McVeigh, a.k.a. the King of the Ghetto, a.k.a. the Mo City Don, a.k.a. Zero is in the building. My friend, what's up?
Dirk Rowinski up in here. You know what I'm talking about?
Is that a shit? Dirk, what?
Dranky Lyman.
Oh, Dranky Lyman. I like that.
Barvin Gay. Like it goes on and on.
It goes on and on.
It goes on and on.
Man, first of all, I appreciate you taking out the time to pull up on this Wednesday. And we're not going to talk about how you pulled up, but
yeah,
I mean, like that vehicle.
Man, it's pull-upable. I'm telling you got to pull up in that.
Man,
that's that out of town swag.
I like that. I like that shit.
Yeah.
So listen, so She Got the Juice, even though it's like a platform for women, I like to have men on here that I know that can keep it real and that I value in H-Town. I feel like Houston has a lot to say, and I think a lot of people always take our style. So that's why I created She Got the Juice. But before we get into everything, I just want to talk, and I always start off with a current topic. So what, and I wanted you to chime in on this because it coincides with you. So we all know about the great neighborhood Nips passing in the last couple of weeks, and that video of that, what's that lady? I'm not even going to give her the name. The lady on Fox, the Graham lady, Laura Graham, that did that bullshit.
Face ass bitch,
yes.
Yeah.
I just wanted to know, and I know what you go say, but when, what is your view? Okay, first of all, let's just rewind. Nipsey spoke so highly of you, and I see so many similarities in Nip and yourself, you know, in the music and the hustle and everything. You know, first of all, do you want to say anything about his passing or what he meant to you?
I mean, of course, it's a tragic situation. It's fucked up. I mean, Nip was good people. You know, I met him way back. I was just fucking around in California, and Slim was like, "Hey, I'm over here at the studio. I'm down here too." So I like, cool. I pulled up over there. A couple of my Hoover homies was like, "You ain't supposed to be over there." I'm like, man, look, I'm from Houston. I'm gonna be everywhere I want to be. But I understood, you know, what they were saying. Like, I'm supposed to be, you know, they rolling over there and we grooving over here. The shit just don't, you know, it's church socks and cleats. They don't really go. But I'm like, fuck it, this Nipsey hustle, though. Right. So I'm going over there to go fuck with him. And that's when we made that Go Long.
Yeah.
And it wasn't my first time, like, really meeting him. But it was my first time getting a chance to work with him. And Cuz he was cool. He was receptive. It wasn't no, hey man, watch him. You know he this. Yeah. It was just we was rapping.
He seemed real down to earth. That's somebody that
yeah.
I hate that I didn't get a chance to meet like
right.
the last time.
Right.
He just, and I get so like upset on the inside about it. But you know, you coming from a faith, you know, it's no secret that you are, you know, you got that connection to the Most High.
Right.
But do you feel like sometimes like people are like sacrificial lambs in order to get to
that message? You need those. Like, you need those. I mean, it's fucked up to say it, but I mean that term necessary evil. Like a lot of times, I don't want to say it like martyrism is needed, but for a lot of dumb motherfuckers it is.
Yeah.
And it's crazy that it took this, because they always say, man, it's fucked up. We catching up with each other at a funeral or with something bad. But I mean, what happened with that, now you look up, they walking down the street in New York,
Yeah.
and in California and in other places with the red rag tied to the blue rag tied to the burgundy rag.
Yeah. And that's the thing I want to talk about. Like, you know, the news is not going to post all that, right? And so that's what brings me back to that, what you call a Doberman face.
Yeah,
like,
Doberman pincher face.
man,
bitch.
what you think needs to happen to, we going to call her dog face, dog ass.
I mean, you know what need to happen. We
Yeah.
all know it need to happen, but we all also know what is going to happen.
Yeah.
Absolutely nothing. This the same Sharpay face ass bitch that told LeBron to shut up and dribble anyway.
Right.
So I mean, like, I don't even see why people are upset about what they already know about with this bitch.
Cause she,
Or with them, period.
yeah, period. Cause
You know
she
what I'm
always
saying?
talk that noise.
Yeah, I mean, you always talking that noise about somebody who got longer paper than you. So I mean, in essence, you just a hater, and we need those also to let us know how great we are.
And that is true.
And that's another necessary evil.
Man, do you think that all of this that has happened with Nipsey is going to really make a change now? Or do you think it's just a phase? I hope it's not a phase.
It's
shit.
always a phase. It's always a phase. I mean, I hope
Yeah.
that it becomes the new standard. But one thing about it, people are who they are. And a lot of people live beyond the light because they do a bunch of shit that you can only do in the dark.
Yeah.
I mean, it's cool to come together and kumbaya and all that shit, but if you still a hoe, you just gonna be a hoe. And I mean, I mean, it might be cool on that tangent if you talking about something on that tangent, but the other hoe ass shit that they do, it's still gonna be hoe ass shit that they gonna do because that's in their repertoire already.
You know what? I was just, you made a good point right there, Ro, because, and this is a good segue into the next segment because I'm going to keep it real 100. You know, being a female DJ in this industry, I was talking to somebody the other day and I was like, man, you could tell people that was whack in middle school or high school, and once they get older and they get a little taste of something, they turn into this alter ego and they think that whatever, I don't know what the fuck goes on through their mind, but they sometimes has this mentality like, I guess they have to get back at the people that messed over them in, I guess, their younger years. But once you whack, I believe shit, you go stay whack. And I'm an only child, and that's what has maybe put me in my own little box, because I agree with your one deep. I feel like sometimes I separate myself from everybody. I don't, you know, I'm a cool kid. I don't have to be in a group of DJs. I don't have to be in, you know, ass-kissing situations. You know, I feel myself being a loner. Do you feel that sometimes that helps you, or that's a hindrance? Because I go back and forth with
It's
myself.
both.
Yeah, I go back and forth. I have conversations.
It's both. I mean, on one side, it's healthy. Ain't nobody taking my shit when my back turned.
Man.
You know, I mean, like, it's really on some. I think I'm able to stay young or I'm able to stay me definitely because I mean, I don't even be listening to other people's music. I don't even be having other people around. So it's like it helps on that aspect. But then, you know, like my grandmother told me a couple years ago before she passed, she was like, hey man, when you gonna bring, you know, something through here so I can see you happy before I leave here? I'm like, shit, that one ain't gonna just go down. And she like, well, why not? And, you know, of course, you know, my rendition of how shit goes. So I'm like, I ain't going through that shit. I'm cool. And she used to always tell me like, well, you know, the pillow don't love you back. And I'm like, I got expensive ass pillow. That motherfucker kind of snuggle with me and shit. Like, but so on that aspect, it's like, okay, you by yourself all the time. And then when you don't want to be by yourself, it's like, okay, this shit is fucked up. Then again on the health, on the other side, it's like shit. What if something happened to you, and you by yourself? Ain't nobody to call 911 for you,
Man.
or any motherfucking thing. So I mean, it's a gift and it's a curse. I come up with my best shit by myself. I don't let motherfuckers watch me record. I don't do none of that shit.
Me too. Me too. And you know what? I hear you always talk about how you ride with your best friend like nobody in the right car.
Nobody.
So when I'm in my car with my 420, and I, and I'm by myself, that's when I get the best results. I listen to books in my car, or I just tune everything out because I listen to music all the time. But when you by yourself, you do get the best.
Your mind is
your
really
mind is
open.
clear and open.
Yeah, it's open. The creativity is at a max, and then when you have an audience, sometimes you kind of, I don't know about nobody else, but me, I don't want to fuck up or like even stumble over a word if I'm doing my, I record backwards. You know what I'm saying? I might go and put some shit on there, but while I'm rapping, I'm gonna do one track that I'm gonna build on, and then after I build on it, I'm gonna go back and redo that first track. And a lot of times, if I'm doing that motherfucker and I say something, and somebody in there might be, hey, you need to say that. You need to say that better. Then my attitude, bitch, you need to go. You don't need to tell me what the fuck you need to get out. You know what I'm talking about? I don't just be fucking up like that, but I mean, everybody does. And that might save a friendship, because I'm finna be like, why is you even talking in this motherfucker for?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Let me do my thing. When I'm in there, if I want to hit a high note, and maybe I ain't hit the weed hard enough, maybe my shit might go to a C when I'm supposed to go to a D. You never. I don't want to hear that shit from nobody. But I mean, but yeah, I have real cool thoughts. I'm able to let my mind go everywhere, and then I get ideas from not your average place that you get ideas from.
So where do you get ideas from?
On whatever going around me. Like if I might have a situation in my mind that I'm gonna do, a song on, and then once I start doing the song, like right now, like we doing the podcast, there's cameras everywhere and shit. You got a whole team in here. Got shit on the TV, a particular type of camera, a particular type of clock right here counting. Like it's all kind of shit that I'm be able to draw ideas from. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm not gonna say an idea so much, but maybe a little lemon pepper, a little paprika to put on top of what I'm gonna already do. Like I'm gonna draw from the room after I draw from my cognitivity.
Man.
Yeah. So.
I know. You know what? Because I don't have. I feel what you're saying, because when I DJ, I don't have no playlist.
Nah.
Some of these cheating DJs be having playlists like when they go in clubs, but I don't have no playlist. I just go off of the feel and the essence of what's happening. I'm
gonna read the crowd.
You can read the crowd.
Like I don't got no particular show, but if I know I'm finna do a show in Alexandria, I know what my fans out there in South Park, Alexandria. I know what the type of music that they want to jig to. Then it ain't the same music right across our team when you go on the other side in Opelousas, Lafayette, Lake Charles, and Lake Charles and Lafayette is different.
Yeah, that is true.
So when I get out there, I'm gonna see who out here. I'm gonna see what the DJ playing when I get to the club.
See. And
then I'm gonna just okay, let me put this in my memorandum right quick. So when I come out, I'm gonna do these type of songs.
Smart.
So I mean, I'm just.
What's been the craziest concert? Has anything ever happened at your concerts that's been like, oh shit?
I mean, it ain't
like panties thrown at the stage or something.
Regular,
that's regular.
Like bitches done threw themselves on stage. So I mean, it's but I mean, but a shitty pair though. You know? Like my first show at the House of Blues, it was a shitty pair. It was a shitty pair. Like
wait, like skid marks?
And threw them hoes back.
That's nasty.
Yeah,
I wouldn't even want to throw. That is so fucking nasty.
I kicked them hoes out stage. Security was moved. Like, they ain't want to get hit with them hoes. Like, it's some nasty motherfuckers out here.
You know what? Females be nasty in them restrooms. If you listening, god dog, females, shit. You know what? On another subject, this is what I remember. I grew up in Sunnyside, South Park, but I remember seeing some of your man, first of all, you got like 30.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. Yeah, and I'm going to get into that question, because do you record like every day?
Yeah, I just got through recording, yeah.
Is that the new album? No,
I don't record for albums.
You just record
I
just
record.
for your
So when
release.
it's time to do an album, I ain't got to do shit but just pick 15 or 20, whatever it's gonna be, and get to the people. People give me my motherfucking check. Business done.
Dang. So
Yeah.
you just have like a catalog of songs ready to go.
Yeah, right now. I got about 9 albums in my phone unreleased right now.
That is like brilliant.
Nah, it's just shit. I mean, the bills
So
don't stop.
so
So
what
why
keeps
should I?
you so
I mean, I just told you the answer to that question you was for the ask me.
shit, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, the bills don't stop.
So
But-
why should I? You feel me?
Yeah, but what keeps you going? Because sometimes
The bills.
I know, but
Shit.
what
that's- on
so
this
okay,
earth,
so what's your regular wake? So what's your regimen when you wake up?
I'm gonna wake up. More than likely, I'm gonna go to the gym.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be there by 10.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna stay in that motherfucker till 1.
Oh shit.
I'm gonna leave the gym around 1, and then I'm probably gonna call my engineer and book some time if I ain't gotta go pick up nobody from school or some shit like that.
See,
but
that's what I'm talking about.
but I'm gonna do, and if I don't do that, I'm gonna go home, and I'm always getting emails from a couple of the producers I fuck with, like
Beans and cornbread. I
I'm gonna
love
say them first.
Those are
Yeah.
my peeps, like
Yeah.
DJ, and I love them,
Yeah.
and I love when you work with them and
Yeah.
Mike Dean. I like when you love. I
Yeah,
love those.
I ain't worked with Mike Dean in a
I know in a
long
long
ass time.
time.
But
Yeah.
yeah, them,
love them.
Mikael Zeby, John Zeby from the Cold Chamber. T Gray send me some shit every now and then.
Mhm.
Shit be banging. So I always got an empty shell in my email. So I don't know. If I get home and I didn't go to my engineers, I'm gonna run that shit on the speakers all through the house, and I'm gonna just do whatever I'm doing in my house while the beat playing.
Man,
And I'm gonna see what I feel like at that moment. Then somebody might call me and give me an idea. Like by now it's routine. I don't even have nothing to say, but I mean, like I said, I draw
you
ideas.
just draw
from
ideas,
shit.
and you
Yeah.
could just give your idea, and you just be like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
See, that separates, geniuses. First of all, I don't think that the kids nowadays, and I like the new music, and I'm not knocking it. I'm not knocking what the Gunners, the Lil Babies, or the Baby. I'm not knocking all of them, but I just don't think they got the stamina like
Yeah.
you, Lil Kiki,
Well, I mean,
people that can withstand and that has withstand this music game.
Yeah. I mean, it's just a difference, though. It's kind of like when we started doing what we were doing, it was kind of like two norms back on my debut. The first norm was like real hard gangster music. You talking about 91, 92, you talking about Klondike Cat, Street Military, Clear the Clan,
First
Street
of all,
Military.
oh my
you
God.
know, my favorites. You know what I'm talking about? And they
And
raised
you don't know
me.
this, so listen. So K Reno is like family to me.
Yeah.
So like more like that's like my family, and I
Yeah.
think that's when I first heard about you, like Morgan and R.I.P. Morgan Mo, and she. And then I started seeing your CDs. I started seeing the CDs at the gas stations, like Timmy Chan's right there
Right.
on Cullen. Like I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And man, Zero, it's like you say everything I know that I want to say that I can't say in.
But see, that's the thing, cause see, I don't believe that can't nobody say it. Cause if can't
But you say
nobody
it
say
so
it,
right.
I wouldn't have said it. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
but you say it
But-
right.
But if you cussing somebody out,
Yeah, I guess
you're gonna be
You gonna
an
say it
engineer and especially being a woman, can't nobody beat y'all arguing and shit and putting words
Ooh.
together.
Mm.
So I mean, shit. So I mean, if you can do that shit like a champ,
But you
I'm
say
doing
it
that
so
in a song.
poetically. Yeah, but you say
I mean,
it.
I'm a poet though,
I know, and that's
I
what
started
makes it
off
so.
as writing poems.
I know, and that's what I
So-
was go. That's another question. So going into that, so okay, man, when did you know you had that gift?
I didn't.
You didn't. You just
Mm-mm.
you just did that. You just
I don't do it because I think I got a gift now.
because your I mean, because
I mean, I'm just.
that's so.
I mean, my family is well versed.
Mhm.
You know, I wasn't dumb in school. You know, I paid attention and shit. I might not ain't got no goddamn diploma, but I mean, shit, I was I was there doing what I was supposed to be at school doing, and I was excelling.
Was reading and writing like your favorite?
Hell no.
No.
Mm-mm.
But you do it so well.
Yeah,
Well, you write.
I mean, I get paid for it too.
I know,
so,
but shit, that's like a natural gift.
I mean, it was math. I'm the son of a
Math.
mathematician. My old man still teach math, and he like extra good
So
at
you
it.
can do algebra?
Trig. I'm good on that shit. Like numbers are numbers. To me, that's the easiest shit that you could do. You know what I'm saying? Because it's numbers right in front. Like you ain't got to read a bunch of shit. You just got to
I don't
compute some
get it.
shit.
What?
Yeah,
Man, that's crazy.
I mean, if you paying attention, like I was fucked up in history because I know that shit was westernized and it wasn't my history,
that
so I didn't
shit.
pay attention to that shit.
So you knew that at an early age?
Yeah. I knew that the first time I got called a nigga. So I
When
mean,
was that? In grade school or middle
this shit
school?
was elementary.
Elementary.
Yeah, this shit was elementary.
Was this like in Ridge? This was in most cities?
This was in a school.
Mm.
This was in a motherfucking school, Montgomery Elementary School. So I mean, I knew that the shit was not the right and correct history I needed to be learning back then.
Mm.
You know, when they come up and tell you shit like, Barack is the first black president and shit like that. I mean, it's research and shit that you can do. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people just don't like to pick up a book and read, or like how you say, ride down the street and listen to the audio book. Cause I do that with James Patterson books. I don't want to read all that shit, so I let the chick with the Siri voice say that shit in the car.
I do that shit too.
Yeah, that shit is easy.
So do you find that keeps you like grounded, like on a normal basis? Or okay, so let me say this: what inspires you to write? Or you just different situations, like you said, you just wake up and you just say, "Hey, man, this person did this kind of way. I'm just gonna write about this."
Yeah, or I might wake up and look around and be like, "Damn, I'm blessed."
Mm-hmm.
I'm blessed. So it might come from that. I might feel discouraged at times about certain, like shit with my kids or shit with their retarded ass mamas or some shit like that. Like I might feel discouraged. And I might be like, shit, I need to talk about this on a motherfucking song because I know I'm not the only person that's going through this shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's very easy to do.
Dang, that's crazy. So math is your thing. I don't know nothing in math. I didn't got my daughter in these tutorials. So I'm going to have to call you to do a tutorial session. I don't know shit because I don't know nothing about numbers and pluses and X's. Man. Okay, so listen. Man, this is a great convo. I just want to know two things. How did you get, one thing. I know, like, you started off in the screwed up SUC, like, back in 1998. But how did you get involved with, like, when was the first encounter? Like, how did they discover you to be?
It was LD. I mean, the first time I really got my feet wet fucking with K Reno. That was way before. This was way before the Killer Clan and street military, to be exact. This was way before I even encountered Screw. I was on like G-Rap mixtape. I was on a couple of street military albums and shit like that. But I kicked it over there, Deuce and Dopey, long time ago. This is way back when Jack was still painting cars across the street from Hardman. Like this way back. Like this way back before I had a car. Matter of fact, I was still living with my auntie by Highway Airport on the other side. And he came out and kicked the freestyle. And Deuce, which is Dope E brother, he was like, "Hey man, look, I know y'all don't know dude right here, but he hard." I was kind of like a little uncanny with my shit, and I was kind of like a little underdeveloped. I was everywhere, but they could tell I've been listening to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, blow them hoes up, prejudice bastards. I'm jamming that. Or I'm jamming the cartoon orgy by Reno. You know what I'm saying? Way back when I'm recording my shit on the karaoke with the beat on this cassette tape, the blank cassette tape here, and I'm rapping on the cheap ass mic.
Damn.
And that's how I got to start. And then I messed around in 96. In 96, I met this cat, Herman Fisher at Fisher Boy Records, and you know he was doing his thing, he was getting it, and we made an agreement, and I did Look What You Did to Me, and I'm somewhere. I'm at Club Unique on Main and Murworth way back in the Gap.
Damn, that was when we was in high school.
Right. Well, y'all probably was in high school. I was already grown. You know what I'm talking about?
Hell.
Yeah, I already had kids and shit. But I'm old and a bitch. But I did the show, and LD was in the crowd, and he was like, "Yeah, man, whoever this dude right here is, he hard." So he was like, "Hey, look, I want you to go meet Screw." I'm like, "Yeah, my homeboys be telling me that shit too, but who is you?" I'm LD. You ain't no goddamn LD. Cause I ain't have enough money to even buy cassette tapes, so I ain't know what people really look like. Cause I ain't had a cover. I had the Maxwell.
I used to have the blue, like the little blue Maxwell.
Yeah, that's the type of shit I had. Wasn't no, so I ain't know what Pimp C looked like. I ain't know what nobody looked like. So he was like, "Man, I'm LD, Screwed Up Click," and he called Screw. He took me over there, and I was like, "Damn, it's really. I ain't rap shit. I was scared the motherfucker.
Shit. And
I was different. So, I mean, the shit I was talking about earlier, when we was talking about like the longevity of the new rapper, that's why I was getting ready to say, I think they do have the longevity, because when I'm talking about this Main and Murworth time, I was the new young rapper, you know what I'm saying? And I was way different, because everybody in Screwhouse at that time, if they wasn't talking about swangers, candy paint, syrup, weed, a bunch of dope, some yellow bone chick in the car, you know what I'm saying, Southside this, creases in my pants, you know, gold diamond in my mouth. That's what they were talking about. I was on, I can't pay this bill. My
like
gas
real
off.
people stuff.
Yeah, and I did that as a business move,
Yeah.
not because I like talking about the struggle. I talked about the struggle because I was struggling. I knew how to talk about that professionally. Then when I looked at it, like, if Pokey in here, Kiki in here, ESG in here, Mo in here, if they all talk about drink, my mind was telling me the world is gonna lump them in a basket by themselves. If I do this other thing, I'll be over here by myself.
Black sheep.
Yeah, but at the same time, that's a different trail of money, and it's all mine. So everybody who on the real side that don't have the swingers and the candy paint and access to a certain type of woman or this much money in their pocket, like Pimp used to say, they gonna fuck with me, because they like, we can we feel familiar when we hear him.
And that is what the people, that's why you are so respected. You know why? Because people can relate to that authenticity, and people be going through this shit every day, and I go through it. I still go through it.
Shit, everybody
and
does.
It's like, man, people don't want to hear that fake BS. Nobody want to hear.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, a lot of people
like,
do
and then
these
I
days,
guess
though.
they do that, and I guess so. Some people want to hear that, but then you got the people that's really, really 100.
Right.
And like sometimes I feel like we the ones that, I know I do. I get shit pushed back to the back burner because I'm not screwing nobody to get to the top. I'm not doing all that extra stuff.
Yeah.
And the real, sometimes I feel like, gets looked down upon, but then we really not, because it's people that's really looking at us that.
Yeah, I mean, it might not be the people that we want to be paying attention, but you know, you're paid attention to. But I mean, that's everybody's story that got a spine, though. If you got a spine, your shit gonna be running behind. Meaning, when your bag come, you probably at the point where you like, man, fuck a bag. And then all of a sudden you look up, you like, oh shit, this much? Cause I promise, I was like, yeah, motherfucker used to be like, man, Ro, why you look mad? Nigga, why I'm looking mad? Nigga, my fans driving better cars than me.
Man.
So I mean, and that was a long, you talking about 21 years right now doing this shit. I didn't get no motherfucking bread, no real bread, until about 6 years ago.
And see, I think a lot of these, they don't understand how long like sometimes this generation don't think that shit, you've been doing this for, like, you got years behind you in order to stay in this game. And then they make this hit, and then the next year you don't see them, or the next 2 years you don't see them.
Yeah, I mean, you got a lot of people that come into the game and they hit real big one time. But I mean, I'm not gonna say that they fly by night or one hit wonders. It's just it take a special type of person to just keep on doing what you're doing. Like especially when you're doing it and you're not getting the results that you want to see right away.
Yeah.
Like it take a special kind of person to be like, you know what, I could go over here and fuck with her, but nah. Let me book a block, like not 2 or 3. Let me book a 10 hour. Go see what I can come up with. Cause a lot of people drop a record, they get some money, and then they go back to normal. Then you got the people who don't have to drop records on a regular because they get this retarded contract with all these crazy numbers on it.
And it's like always.
And they can drop
wrong
one
people.
album. They can drop the. I mean, I ain't gonna say it's the wrong people, because they write for somebody.
Well, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Everybody
Everybody got fans. It's just that, like,
you're so
back
positive.
then. I mean, you gotta be, because it's like it was a lot of people talking about Screw.
Yeah.
This nigga rap fast as fuck, and Screw was like, okay, well, he ain't rapping too fast. Y'all niggas is listening too slow. He say, let me turn this down. Cause everybody over there was like, man, hold up, syrup in my cup, a nigga coming down, I'm riding on the buck, some shit like that. I was like, you know, hit a nigga everywhere but up under the toe type shit.
Yeah.
And they were like, what?
Whoa.
But I had my own fan base. Then when Screw started slowing me down, I had some of that fan base. And then in vice versa, I brought some of that fan base back over to the, KB, you know what I'm saying, Flea, Pharaoh, you know, Klondike, that type of rap. So it was kind of, you know, all this shit helped. Like even right now with me doing, you know, I got a couple songs with a couple of the younger cats. Like, you know, I really fuck with Big Sanchi from the South Twins. I fuck with him. It's a couple of.
Yeah, I was gonna say who you mess with right now.
Well, it's not many, but I mean, I just done something with EXO.
I like EXO.
Like I say, Sanchi, my partner, Zoe CB4. You know, he another cat out of the TSF, but he One Deep Entertainment also.
Okay, I need to. Okay.
Yeah.
So he's under One Deep Entertainment.
I mean,
so you
One
got
Deep
some...
Entertainment ain't really just a label. It's a family type of thing. Like I couldn't govern nobody because I can't bring nobody that's trying bad news. I can't be like other people were with me and be like, well, you just didn't sell no records, so I can't give you no money. Cause I'm gonna break myself. I'm gonna be like, man, let me get this nigga $50,000 right quick and make him think he did something. Cause really, you in the red. Really, I paid this for your shit. Yeah. You ain't even recouped that yet.
Right.
But I know your chick.
True.
Your kids dap me up. I ain't gonna have a heart to be like, man, you know, y'all ain't gonna eat shit this week. You need to sell some more motherfucking albums. Like,
people don't understand
I ain't got that in me, so I don't want to be in charge.
So you don't have nobody. Well, it's just
I'm not never going.
It's just One Deep. It's just like a family thing. If you want to help somebody, you just bring them on.
Yeah. I mean, it ain't even
or just
like the people that's at 1D. They do different shit. You know, it's kind of like, you know, a BMF affair. You know what I'm saying? Like my lawyer. You know what I'm saying? My homeboys. You know, people that just been here for 20 years.
They really ride for you.
Yeah, it's just friends, and I'm just giving them a piece of my baby. That's
and you're supposed to.
You know what I'm saying? Like, these are my people. Like, we ain't riding around talking about, you know, yeah, man, you know, let's go drop half on the sack. I'm like, nah, we gonna go have a business dinner. You know what I'm saying? We gonna chop up, you know, you do this, I do this, you do this, I do this. Like, it's a bunch of entrepreneurs sitting at one table, probably pooling our resources to do something bigger.
And I like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's...
Well, include me on the next meeting, because sometimes the struggle is real. Sometimes, because I be by myself, like, bouncing off ideas, and it's, like, real. Oh shit. Okay, so before we wrap up, because this is good conversation. Okay, tell us when is Ghetto Gospel coming out?
Man, Ghetto Gospel doesn't have a release date yet, but it's summertime. I just gotta get
So
them
summer
to-
19
Summer
belongs
19.
to Zero.
Summer 19. I mean, I'm gonna share it with a couple people.
Well, I want to be first.
You know what I'm saying?
Ghetto
I'm
Gospel. I want to be first because this will be what
dropping
like
3 albums this year though. Yeah, Ghetto Gospel in the summer,
okay.
Muhammad Ali in the fall.
Rohamed, I really
Yeah.
love that Rohamed
Yeah.
Ali.
Everybody getting knocked out on that motherfucker. And To the Hard Way with me and Mike D from the Screwed Up Clique. We
Oh,
dropping our
dang.
shit really synonymously with Ghetto Gospel. So
So
whatever
same
date they give me
time.
for Ghetto Gospel, I'm gonna do my own promotional campaign, you know what I'm saying, along with So South, Randy and Steve over there. We gonna push that ourselves
Okay.
while I'm doing my thing with Muhammad Ali. So I'm drop those 3 this year.
What's like one of your favorite tracks on both of those?
Blessed as Fuck on Muhammad Ali.
Okay.
Fuck You
That's your
on-
favorite damn word.
on Ghetto Gospel, yeah. And then Ghetto Gospel is exclusively produced by Beans and Cornbread. So this music, the whole, I mean,
First of all, Beans and Cornbread,
they brilliant.
they are brilliant.
Yeah,
They make music that people can ride to.
right.
And I just love when y'all two really, I just love that shit because
Yeah.
I know that that's going to be an album. Number one, like I know it's going to be some club bangers, but for the most part, it's what
It's just reality.
reality and riding reality
Yeah,
because you spend most of your time, I know I do in my car.
yeah.
So that's what I listen
exactly.
to. Man, I really appreciate you, Zero. We done ran
all
over my
good.
time and stuff, but I got to get out of here. First of all, what you got going on for 420 this weekend? You in a concert?
Yeah, I'm at the at this Jones Plaza shit. The 420, I don't know what this, the 420 festival or some shit like that. I think that's what it is.
And that's
Yeah.
what you gonna do for 420. What else? What other plans?
Oh,
you
I'm
got
gonna be
for
hot in the
420?
bitch. I'm gonna be on some. I'm gonna be hot in the bitch. It's
Okay,
gonna be like
speaking of
4:30.
weed, 4:30.
Yeah.
Okay, speaking of, okay, so you know wherever we go, you know weed is legalized. You think we trying to prepare ourselves for Texas?
Right.
You think that's like a business venture you will get into?
Hell nah.
No.
Not here. I won't.
Mm.
Not here. I won't. Mm-mm.
Why though?
Not because it's here.
Because it's here.
Yeah.
That's enough. That's
Like it's-
self-explanatory.
it's
You ain't gotta
different,
get
like
into that.
in-
It's different in Colorado and
Yeah.
California.
Yeah. Like, and I fuck with that all day.
Man.
In Denver. You know what I'm saying? That's my favorite spot to
Still gotta go to Denver.
recreate. You know what I'm saying? I'd say that, but nah, I wouldn't do it at home. I wouldn't do it while I let my head at.
Yeah, because I even think even if they do it legal, it's still gonna be different laws than what it
Oh,
is
it's gonna be-
somewhere else. Because we
Oh,
so
yeah, of course.
we so
They gonna find a
close
way
to that. Find a
get
way
you back
to get us back
in the
into the
handcuff.
ham. Because
Yeah.
what happened to them people that had that 70 them grams in Bush Airport? We haven't heard nothing about that.
Yeah, because they don't want you to know
Because they
what
don't
they
want
did with
they
it.
don't want exactly.
Yeah, they don't
But
want you to know.
anyway. Yo, listen, I done had a good conversation with Zero, aka Muhammad Ali.
Yeah,
Make
yeah.
sure you check out his new project this summer, 19.
Yeah.
All of them for the
Yeah.
whole.
Get my shit that's out too. Go get Sadism. You know what I'm talking about?
Hey, I really like Sadism
Yeah.
and Love Boulevard is like one of my favorite.
Yeah,
And then
No
Crack,
Love.
Crack
Yeah, crack. Yeah.
is like one of my favorite. People don't think I listen to that.
Yeah.
I don't know
yeah.
why. I mean, I'm a Southside representative. And
Already.
listen, all right, y'all. Make sure you subscribe. She got the juice. Make sure you follow Zero at Zero and check out his projects. And until next time, we out.